Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me for your daily pick a card reading. All right, I am going to ask you to choose one of these stones, one of these piles of cards with your intuition, and then I'll begin. I'll put timestamps in the description so you guys can find your pile. All right, well, whoever started with the white quartz, we have a little marbled, but it's white quartz. We've got the Knight of Swords, we've got the Nine of Coins, and the Knight of Coins. Wow, okay. Well, it looks like it's a day where you're probably not making any huge decisions, but you're certainly making progress. The Knights, they make progress. They kind of move forward, kind of reliably, especially the Knight of Coins. He's really reliable. This is usually about work. This is usually about steps you take on a daily basis to improve your security. Coins, pentacles are security, sources of security. They can be about money. A lot of times they're about money, but they can also be about health and other sources of security, the things that make you safe and stable. So the Knight of Coins, I like this one because, you know, he just kind of keeps on going. You know, he's faithful, he's dependable. So there you have some of that energy going for you today. And the Knight of Swords here, now that's a little different because he can be a little bit obsessive about his plan. See, swords can be plans. They can also be speech, and they can also be a little aggressive. So he can be a little obsessive. So I am not sure if this means that these two energies are kind of competing within you, or if there are two people in your environment. You know, there's you and somebody else in your environment. This can be coworkers together because they're knights. You know, it can be, for those of you who are going to work, it can be about, you know, you may have to deal with somebody who's kind of a little bit argumentative, or else they get so focused on seeing things their way that it's really hard for them to see things any other way. I guess maybe that's a better way to put it. So I guess, you know, there's a little bit of a caution about that. Hey, you might come into some sort of irritating, you know, disagreement or even interaction or something like that. However, the point is you are gradually increasing your security, your strength, your stability. The Nine of Coins suggests to me that you should also be very proud because you've done a lot of that already. You know, you've taken actions. You've had this energy. You've had this energy to, you know, move forward in a very predictable, disciplined, that's the word I'm looking for, way. And even if you're not used to thinking of yourself as disciplined, I think that these cards are suggesting to you, wait a minute, you know, look back, and you have done things more consistently than you think to increase your security, your financial security, your health, your sources of security. You have paid attention to that. In fact, you're the self-made woman. You're the self-made person, you know, with these 9 coins, who actually has built up enough security that she can enjoy it. You know, so don't worry about this. This is a reassuring, and please focus on your success and your strength in this area. All right. So for those of you that picked the blue and white, I think lapis. All right. We have the 6 of Cups, we have the 3 of Coins, we have the 9 of Cups. And for you too, it might not be a major decision-making day, but it is a day where you're gathering some information, you're learning some things, you may be consulting with some experts, you may be consulting with people who support your work, and you're trying to build security, you're trying to build wealth perhaps. This guy is an artisan. He's actually working on the stained glass window. Is he painting? He's painting. So he is an artisan. He is hired for his talent, and these are his patrons, and Architect and bishop, because this is a cathedral, more than likely, or wealthy patron and bishop. So, in other words, you're doing a fine job today increasing your sources of stability, which are health or wealth usually. You're doing a fine job of that. You're doing admirable work of that today, and you're maybe getting some support or some consultation. In fact, the Nine of Cups, there's going to be something that happens today that is your wish, and it may involve a contact with somebody that you've known for a while, that you have nostalgia about, you know, someone that you have some fond memories with. You may have a contact from somebody like that today, or just a nice moment. So it's a wonderful day. It's a building day. It's a day where you feel like you're well received, for sure. You know, because these two people are admiring this man's work, you know. It's a good day. It's a good day. Watch for there to be a moment where you'll get your wish. Yes, so that is nice. For those of you who chose the grounding red jasper, we've got the Four of Swords, we've got the Five of Wands, and we've got the Two of Coins. Again, no major arcana in this reading. Today must be kind of a, you know, steady as she goes kind of day for most of us. So the Four of Swords suggests to me that, oh, wow, you've been busy. It's been a bit of a stressful time. You've done it. You've been successful, but you've had to balance some things lately. And you may have been quite busy doing that, challenged doing that. However, you did it. You know, so this is balancing sources of security. It can be home and work. It can be home and family. It can be health and other sources of security that you want to keep juggling, you know, keep juggling, keep the plate spinning. So you notice these two ships in the background. It's a little bit of that waiting for the ship to come in, like the Three of Wands is, isn't it? But it's sort of like juggling, keeping things going while you are waiting for that harvest kind of thing. So, you did it. However, you may be kind of tired. You may need a little bit of rest. We have the Five of Wands here too. That can be just a little conflict or disagreement with somebody. It can be internal too. It can be internal. And for a lot of you, I think this is going to be about internal conflict over taking that rest. You know, the Four of Swords a lot of times is it comes up when, oh gosh, we maybe even are feeling a little down or a little tired or sick, you know, maybe we have a virus. We're feeling a little worn down, right? So the Four of Swords says, go ahead, rest. Put the swords in the background, and that is the thoughts, the plans. Put those in the background and just meditate, you know, rest, sleep if you need to sleep. And the rider waits, the knight is sleeping, his sword is beside him. So there we go. You know, it's just take a break from, even if you have internal conflict or you're tempted to think. Take a break from all that. It says, put that on the wall, put that back there, and after you've rested, you'll have a lot more clarity. And please congratulate yourself because you've come through a time when you've done something, you've really pulled it off. You know, those things, sometimes it's just not time to think things through or plan or try to figure out our internal conflicts until after we've rested. Then we can do it with a fresh mind. Three of Wands, for those of you who chose the yellow jasper, also grounding. Ace of Wands and the High Priestess. All right. By the way, I am trying to learn more about crystals and stones. So I decided what better way than to share with you what I'm learning. And, you know, I'll get it after a while. And maybe all of you can get a little bit too then. All right. So we have a major arcana at this point here. For those of you who chose the Yellowstone, we have the Three of Wands, the High Priestess, the Ace of Wands. The High Priestess is, of course, the heart of your reading. That's about intuition. That's about deep mysteries that you can't explain. That's about, it's just beautiful. I love the High Priestess. It's like it's a knowing deep inside that things are going to be okay, according to these cards, that your ship is going to come in with this Three of Wands, that even if something you're waiting for and you've put energy into hasn't manifested yet, you know it will in the future. And today your High Priestess intuition is strong enough that you feel calm about that. You feel like, okay, I don't need to fret about that. In fact, maybe I'll make a new goal for today. While you're waiting for this thing to come in, maybe you get the Ace of Wands where, oh, well, there's a new little goal coming in for today. Maybe I'll get this done today. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll look into this, you know? So this is a day of, I see calming, even if you have a lot of unanswered questions, still calming, and trust. And that mental energy then is there to think about, well, what do I want to do with today? So this is a good day. Oh, it's so wonderful when we can rely on our intuition and not worry. You know, when we can say, because worry is a waste anyway. It doesn't do a darn thing for us but sap our strength. So it's so wonderful when our intuition comes up strong enough that we can connect with it. And sometimes it takes a little bit to connect with it. But when we do, you know, we don't have to sit there and fret. We connect with it, we believe it, and we go on. All right. Well, I thank you all so very much. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.